Tune in tonight for La Follette hosting Monona Grove. Jesse Nelson and the Dean, Dennis Semmer, are on the call on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app starting tonight at 6:30 p.m. There's been an official update in the legal situation for Packers running back Josh Jacobs today. Jacobs has been formally charged with 2 misdemeanors in relation to his arrest back in May, those being misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor criminal damage to property. The NFL will reportedly continue to monitor the situation in regards to a potential suspension for Jacobs ahead of the 2026 regular season. Packers GM Brian Gutekunst also said yesterday that the team has a plan in place in the event that Jacobs is suspended by the NFL. Find more from Packers reporter Rob Demovsky over on ESPN.com. And follow along for any more updates officially here on the Jacobs situation right here on ESPN Madison. Then, tonight, the Milwaukee Brewers wrap up their series against the Mets out in the Big Apple. The Crew got a big bounce-back win, 8-1 last night. This is win number 82 of the season. They look to keep that momentum going with the Miz. Jacob Mizorowski on the mound tonight. First pitch is at 6:10 p.m. Pregame starts at 5:35 right here on 1.5.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Jim Rutledge.
I'm sorry, you are not serious about winning football games and winning a Super Bowl and going deep into the playoffs if you don't have a kicker.
Molly Brown.
You should be going further than getting a 7 seed and not winning a playoff game. That is a fact. You should be getting further with this team that you have.
Welcome to Wisconsin's afternoon hangout.
BS say that Jordan Love's the 10th best quarterback
I'm not feeding
in the league.
into you talking about something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It does have something to do
Go
with
for it.
Best quarterback.
But I literally agreed with you.
defensive player,
Okay, but here's the thing. I agreed with you saying that Jordan Love is the one holding them back.
Yes.
Move on.
All right. So.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
You're feisty today. All
No,
right.
I'm just telling you.
This is Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
It's good to hear you're still a positive person after working with Jim for as long as you have.
Alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Welcome into Molly and Jim. We are presented by Coors Light, so the mountains are always blue, and we are literally chilled today. It's one of our favorite places to be. Fantastic. Molly, where are we?
We are at Potawatomi Casino Hotel in Milwaukee. It's funny because I thought I left my house at a good time to get here early to be able to go hit some slots, like do my sports book bets and all the things. Apparently, I mistimed how long Milwaukee traffic and everything, and maybe forgot that we had another meeting set up before the show and all the things. But I am so excited to be here. So I think after the show, I'm going to be gambling a little bit after.
Yep.
And it was funny because when I was leaving, my husband was like, "Oh, you have such a hard job. You have to go to the casino. You have to go hit the slots. You get to do a fantasy league," because we're here for our fantasy league tonight, which I'm super excited about. And I was like, I have never said that I don't have that I have a difficult job. I'm not saying that.
I
by
know.
any
I
means.
I hear that a lot too. I'm like, when have I ever complained?
I'm
pretty open. I love my job. It's amazing.
Exactly. Like I'm at work more than I'm at home for a reason. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I hope my husband's not listening.
You might as well just stay.
Exactly.
They got hotel rooms
They
here.
do have a hotel
There
here.
you go.
Maybe I'll just go to one of the little food spots
There you
here.
go. Yeah.
And then just head up to a room. I don't know. I might have to at this point.
Well,
but no, I'm super
If you
excited.
win, though, all is forgiven.
Oh, yes, exactly, right? God, I hope so. Do you think I can win, I was thinking about this. Do you think it'd be possible to win, $20,000 by only putting in, a 20? Because my thing here, so I'm very good at, limiting myself, right? I'm not going to spend more than I'm good with spending.
Okay.
Or more than I'm good with losing, right?
Yep.
And I don't want to lose money, right? So I tend, when I come to Pato, I typically will only do $20 or $40 max.
Okay.
I am out after that because I don't want to lose money.
Yep.
So I'm pretty cheap. Do you think it's possible for me to win, $20 grand?
I hope so, because I got $20. That's all I got. I forgot to stop and get cash, and I have $20 on me. So I was like, you know what? That's a governor for me. I'll just stop.
Right.
I think I can place bets on future props with a debit card, though. I feel like I did that last year.
No, I think you have to do it with cash.
Oh, never mind.
I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, then I don't know what I'm going to do then. But anyways, I too do not game a ton. My question is, though, do they still call it slots?
I call it slots. What are you supposed to call it?
Gaming?
I mean, they're not actual
Well, that's why I don't think there's anything wrong with calling them slots. I just don't know if they're actually called
I think they're called slot machines.
Okay. That's what they used to be called. Yeah.
So I just call them slots.
I thought they were called slot machines because there was a little slot, you popped your quarter, and then you gave the little yank and pulled it down.
Yep. Which would be, they do still have like those. I feel like I see one right now. I will say last year when I was here, after the fantasy draft, I went and hit up some slots, and I typically only play like penny slots. And all of a sudden, I don't know why, I had a brain fart or something. I sat down and I was on like a $3 slot, basically.
Yeah.
And I ended up losing, because I was up like $70 or something. I literally lost it before I even knew that I was losing it because I didn't realize I was placing such high bets.
Yes.
Because to me, that's a high bet. I'm only doing like penny, whatever.
Well, if you're betting 20, part of the $20 or $40 is you want to be able to enjoy yourself.
Yes.
So
And then it's like I go slow.
Yeah.
I have like my mother-in-law, she is addicted to gambling, right?
Okay.
And I mean then like the best way possible.
Okay.
Okay? I don't mean that it's like a problem yet.
Yeah.
But like she'll come here and she will just like hit it without it even like having its time to like do its thing and get you excited and tell you, oh, you won this much, or like I get excited when I win like 20 cents. So
yeah.
But yeah, we're here for the fantasy football draft tonight. I'm excited for that. So what I believe is happening for the draft, it's a little bit different this year. I believe each show just has like one representative. Well, we're both here today. So I think the plan is that we're going to collab on our team. Like the Molly and Jim is what we're going to be. So what is our thought process in how we're doing this?
It's a good question. I would like to point out it is a Thirsty Thursday, presented by our good friends at Dancing Goat Distillery. So obviously where we're at currently is a little bit further drive to Cambridge, but the show is airing on ESPN Madison's YouTube stream and streaming on the ESPN Wisconsin app. So I would say it's still a short drive away. So Cambridge has got some great, obviously they do some fantastic events out there at Dancing Goat Distillery, the Gin Academy. We still got to get out there for that. I'm going to give Bo a call.
Molly and Gin.
Yeah, Molly and Gin. That would be
Bo
fun to have.
texts in. Maybe he's listening right now.
He does. He has texted in, and we got to get that Molly and Gin going over at the Gin Academy at Dancing Goat Distillery. It is a Thirsty Thursday as we are at Pato. And Molly, how long do we want to delay the conversation we don't want to have?
We can start right now.
You sure? Look, we can just kind of kick the can down the road and pretend nothing happened.
Well, if you wanted to, do you want to talk about our fantasy strat right now and then go into Josh Jacobs next? Or do you want to talk about Josh Jacobs first?
Oh, that's where I thought I just said we had to talk. No. The worst words in any friendship or relationship ever.
Yep.
We have to talk. Riley, what do we think we should do here? Do we want to have a little bit of fun and continue our good times before we have to get to the seriousness, or should we jump right into it?
I think we jump right into it. That's what.
Now we know that Riley's the type of person of like, give me
the
bad
conversation
news.
Rip the Band-Aid off immediately.
Because it's funny. Like the reason why I thought about it is Molly's body language changed when I brought it up. She crossed her arms.
Oh, I didn't even mean to.
Which is fine.
Defensive.
I don't blame you. This is not a conversation that I want to have. And then even from the fandom part of it, I don't think you want to have it. But
nope, not pleasant.
This is from Adam Schefter. Packers running back Josh Jacobs now has been charged with misdemeanor battery and misdemeanor criminal damage to property, according to Wisconsin court records. And, Molly, you also pointed out that, and I believe Adam Schefter had more information on it, but this type of charge is likely, if it's held up or if the NFL thinks there's enough evidence to it, this type of charge leads to a minimum of 6 games. And there could also be a video that exists. I believe it does exist. It's just currently with the police department, and I don't know what open records allow or force to be revealed. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that stuff will come out or not. But what we're going to do on today's show is we're going to, just like when it first happened, this is a very serious issue. We're going to continue to leave it to the NFL and the courts, and we're not going to have a conversation about the severity of it or how long it'll be or any of those sorts of things. We just want to focus on the football side of it because we don't want to make light at all of the seriousness of the charges against Josh Jacobs that were revealed today. So that's not a conversation we're going to have. What we are going to talk about is the possible repercussions, Molly, of those charges. And the Packers, just as of yesterday, Riley can get this clip ready from Goody, seem to be
nonchalant.
Nonchalant's a good word, and maybe they should have been chalant Is that the opposite of it?
I don't know. Chalant, because they're going to get shellacked.
Nobody's
I
ever
don't
been
know.
like, hey, we need to have a chalant talk. Let's just hang out chalantly. Is that a word, Riley?
Chalantly?
Chalant?
I would assume the existence of nonchalant would presume that chalantness is also in existence. So
Chalant is a word. It is an internet slang term, and it means concerned, attentive, or deeply caring. So they have not been chalant.
Wait,
No.
so chalant, because nonchalant was definitely a word before it became slang. Is chalant not a real word? It just became
No
slang?
idea. No idea.
Fascinating.
But we're going to say it's a word. But the Packers have been nonchalant.
Hey,
That's
if
all
it's
that
been
matters.
internet slang, it's at this point that's better than Webster's. Basically, internet slang sets it, and then it'll end up in Webster's.
Okay.
So, all right, the Packers should have been more chalant about the Josh Jacobs charges, and there are 2 misdemeanors that he's been officially charged with. And here was Goody yesterday talking about the running back position.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident we can sustain it. That doesn't mean we wouldn't do that, but yeah, we'll deal with that when that comes. But we've obviously been, preparing for that in case that happens. But at the same time, I feel really good about the guys we got in that room, and I think we could survive that.
So let's focus on the guys in that room, and it's Marshawn Lloyd, who I liked at the pick, Molly. Like, he's a 3rd-round pick.
Yep.
I liked him out of USC. I thought it's the perfect type of back to take a flyer on. And honestly, I predicted that he was going to have such a good season his rookie year that the Packers were going to just let Josh Jacobs go. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I was way wrong on that. It worked out great for the Packers. Marshawn Lloyd has not played a football. I mean, obviously now he's at least playing in the preseason, but he has not played a true, meaningful game in over 2 years. And odds are he's going to be your starting running back week 1.
Correct. So I hate the way that Brian Gutekunst stated this whole thing. Like we said, very nonchalant. Like they obviously had a heads up that this was coming down. All right.
You
so
hope so.
Yes. Like this hit the public today. I find it hard to believe that the Packers wouldn't have known about this as of yesterday or earlier than the general public. So the idea that he feels like they've addressed the situation, which in my mind, they haven't. They have not addressed the situation. You haven't had anybody besides Marshawn Lloyd. You have Chris Brooks, and then whatever his face is the 3rd string. Like
Pierre Strong, is
yeah,
that right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Pierre Strong Jr., I think. Like, what are you doing? I don't know why. Like, you knew something was going to happen potentially, and there's even the whole thing of, even if he's not charged with something, or even if it's all gets dropped, the NFL can still place discipline on him because he's representing the NFL in a negative light. So it's like you knew that something could happen no matter how it plays out in the court system. So that's what I don't get is why didn't you, like, I don't get it. And then it's like you think about last year, right? You had Wilson. Well, he's gone. He got nothing from the Seahawks. Why didn't you go try to get him back?
Right.
Try to get a guy back that knows your system, knows your players, why wouldn't you try to do something there? Why wouldn't you try to go get somebody? You can't tell me that if you're leading this team that you have that much faith in a guy, like you said, that has not been able to play for the last however many years he's been on the team.
Right, and you can't have faith that Jacobs, whatever the charges are, they're not felonies, they're misdemeanors, but you read the information on it, something's probably going to happen. I doubt that the league, because you're very good to point out that a lot of people were saying that this was going to trend, including Adam Schefter, that this is probably trending towards something.
That's the boat I've been in. I haven't held my breath on anything. Like I've been thinking he's going to get disciplined in some form or fashion, and it's probably going to be for an extended period of time.
Right.
Now, I will say one of the things that came to my mind was how many games were the Packers without him last year.
Yep.
Which does make you feel slightly better about losing him potentially for a bit of time this season, because it's like, okay, they've been in this situation. But also, he was kind of going in and out of games because he was in and out of being injured.
And how many games was that?
4-ish,
That's what I thought you said.
I think.
Yeah.
But then there was some games that I feel like he would leave because there was a whole thing with he bumped his knee when they were playing the Giants or something like that, and then it was hitting concrete. So it's like you've seen them play without him, which they kind of need him. They need somebody to be a good back. And, I mean, I'm excited for what Marshawn Lloyd could potentially bring. I think he's been fine during preseason, but he's not Josh Jacobs.
And it's not to be mean to him. I think injury-prone is fair to say.
I will say though,
bad luck.
I forgot I forgot who said this recently, but it was like, okay, last year was the appendix, which is like you can't prevent anything there. So like, I'm trying not to hold that part against it. So maybe it was a little bit overblown that he was like, just mishaps would happen to him.
The guy has not had luck.
Yes.
And sometimes it just never works out for you in the NFL.
Right.
You just never get that luck.
Right.
And I don't know if Wilson's even enough, depending on how much the NFL would penalize the Packers, because you might want someone who's a true running back, and maybe the Packers, maybe Goody was playing possum if they're waiting for, I think Sunday is cut day.
Yep.
And so
Sunday at 5 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, so maybe they're waiting to see who shakes loose at that point, and they don't want to tip their hand, and they want to not feel like they are, trying to compete with other teams or other teams trying to block them from getting players.
Yep.
And so they were trying to play it cool because they have to do something else. You just have to, and I think they're a smart enough organization that I feel like there's a real chance that Josh Jacobs is going to miss time that's going to matter, however you want to call that, significant time. And I don't think Marshawn Lloyd and Brooks is the combination.
Right.
Maybe that provides insight into Matt LaFleur saying he's going to let Jordan Love cook because he has to.
Well, I'm glad that at least one person on this team was potentially prepared for something to happen in Matt LaFleur. Like, right? I mean, that's one. Like,
Amen.
I know we critique Matt LaFleur quite a bit, but like, at least he was maybe planning for the absence of Josh Jacobs by saying, "Hey, I do want Jordan Love to throw the dang ball this season." Maybe.
I don't know, because the other part of it is, and I get what you're saying on the Jacobs missing 4 games, but it's not like and you know this, but like it's not a magic wand that he won't also miss games with injury. So
True.
look at very well. Whatever his suspension is, that's the bare minimum of games that he'll miss.
I mean, this might be a dumb question, but could the Packers cut him? Like, if they don't want to be associated with a negative thing like this, could they say bye? Would they be taking a loss? Like, I guess I don't know the answers.
It's not that bad of a hit, because I remember looking at it. That's part of the reason why I thought the Lloyd is because the cap hit wasn't extravagant. They haven't extended him or anything. So that's another thing that could be done as well. You wish the teams would do that? I don't think.
Right. I genuinely don't know. I don't know.
But they can get out of it.
Okay.
There is a player who has charges who are worse than Josh Jacobs, a cornerback, I believe, from Alabama.
He wasn't
Trayvon Arnold, I believe, maybe with the Lions, and then like he's not currently on a team, but like teams are like actively trying to get him, and he has like burglary charges. I believe like someone like rented
I think it was kidnapping.
You're right. That's what it was, because
somebody burglarized him.
Yeah. So they beat up his his Airbnb. They didn't he left it.
Oh.
And then they kidnapped. It's insane. It is criminal. And there's, I think, felonies involved there.
But I do feel like I've heard Jason talk about somebody else, and honestly I can't remember their name, so I feel bad that I don't have all the information. But where he said the person went into basically almost like a rehab program for domestic violence. I can't remember who it was, though. So I'm going to have to look that up.
Regardless, we don't have to get into all that. But my point is that the NFL does not take this stuff lightly. Yeah. But NFL teams are willing to forgive and forget when that player is available. Molly, I see you have the information in front of me. So
I do.
Of you. So why don't you share that, and then I'll tell everyone about Carbon World Health.
Yep. So Josh Jacobs is under a 4-year, $48 million contract. So the deal runs through the 2027 season. So for 2026, his base salary is $10.2 million.
Okay. What's
his fully guaranteed money was $12.5 million.
I wonder if that's his cap hit.
And then next year, his base salary is $12.2.
We can look it up on Spotrac, too, because they'll give you the actual penalty for cutting him. So we'll hit that on the other side. But Carbon World Health, they have helped me live, the best that I can live there with testosterone treatment, GLP-1s, cryotherapy, red light therapy, and the gym over at Carbon World Health. So go see my good friends at Carbon World Health and ask them about any of those things to improve your health. CarbonWorldHealth.com.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim.
What are we doing?
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Good Karma Sports is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with Good Karma Sports, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmasports.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmasports.com.
Matt Hamilton here, telling you to get ready, Wisconsin. The Sugar River Fire and Smoke Barbecue Festival is bringing the heat to historic Paoli this fall. Presented by renowned pitmaster and TV personality Michelle Wallace and hosted by 7 Acre Dairy Company. Enjoy incredible barbecue from acclaimed pitmasters and local legends, plus live music, barbecue demonstrations, and a whole lot more all weekend long. September 19th and 20th in Paoli, Wisconsin. Get your tickets now at fireandSmokeBarbecueFestival.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Your family's safety is your responsibility, and it starts with a solid roof. When the next storm rips through and takes some of your shingles with it, call Badgerland Exteriors. Or looking to replace your whole roof but don't want to break the bank? Let the team at Badgerland Exteriors give you a free, no obligations estimate.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
When your car needs care, trust the team that treats it like their own. Conant Automotive in Stoughton. From oil changes and brakes to engine diagnostics and major repairs, their ASE certified technicians deliver honest, reliable service you can count on. Plus, they offer loaner vehicles and convenient after-hours drop-off to fit your schedule. Serving the Stoughton area since 2006, trust the local brand that's built a reputation for dependable auto repair. Visit Conant Automotive on Highway 51 in Stoughton or learn more at ConantAuto.com.
Bo here from Ridgetop Exteriors. Southern Wisconsin got hit hard with hail recently. If your home took a beating, now's the time to take action. We've been delivering top quality roofing, siding, and window services locally for over 23 years. With free damage assessments and insurance experts on staff, we've been your licensed, local, and trusted contractor since day one. Don't wait until small damage becomes a big problem. Turn to Ridgetop Exteriors today. Ridgetopexteriors.com. That's Ridgetopexteriors.com.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Molly and Jim. I never thought I'd have to design a second wedding ring, but after losing my original, that's exactly where I found myself. And Jim at Condon Jewelers made the whole experience feel special instead of stressful. I got to sit down with Jim, talk through what I loved about my old ring, and actually be part of designing something that felt like me. And now I absolutely love my new ring. It's beautiful, it's personal, and there's a story behind it. If you're looking for something that feels completely your own, Jim at Condon Jewelers is the person I'd trust to help you create it.
You're listening to Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Thirsty Thursday on Molly and Jim, presenting by our good friends at Dancing Goat Distillery. You can go check them out in Cambridge, and obviously their spirits are sold wherever fine spirits are sold, so across the state of Wisconsin. We are in Milwaukee today at Potawatomi. We are here for our fantasy football draft, and unfortunately, we have to spend our time not on fun things like the fantasy football draft. We have to talk more about Josh Jacobs, that according to the criminal complaint, each charge, both are Class A misdemeanors, is subject to a fine of not more than $10,000 or not more than 9 months in prison, or both if he's convicted, as he's been charged with misdemeanor battery and criminal damage to property. He was charged on Thursday.
Obviously we talked about it. We don't want to speculate on
Right.
anything. We don't want to predict on what's going to happen. More so just talk about like the impact that this has on the Packers this season. But I am curious. I know Jason's here later today. He's going to start doing the Chalk Talk at the Fantasy Football Draft here at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. So I'm curious to hear what he kind of has learned and what all this means, because I don't. I've heard that there's video as well, because it was in like his garage when it happened.
Yes.
Josh Jacobs' garage, not Jason Wilde's garage. That there's video of it. So I'm curious to see how that impacts things too, because
So, and I have that. I can share that here, though. I think this is, again,
Not the
worth
video.
sharing from the news part of it. I don't have
Yeah.
the video, no. Per criminal complaint, this is from Bob Domofsky's article on ESPN, a woman identified as Jacobs' girlfriend told officers that she had been looking through Jacobs' phone and saw that he was talking with other girls. She became upset and threw his phone. She told Jacobs he could look through her phone and told him to call a car to bring her back to Chicago. When she tried to retrieve her phone, according to the complaint, Jacobs did not return it, grabbed her arm, and began a physical struggle that lasted several minutes. Later, the complaint said the woman was trying to exit Jacobs' garage when he grabbed her and threw her to the ground. She struck her head, suffering an injury. The report says a police officer observed redness to her face and neck and was able to feel that she had a bump on the back of her head. She described that she was in pain as a result of the injuries. She also said that Jacobs did not return one of her phones and damaged the other. The report said there is surveillance footage from the camera system within the garage, but not inside the house. So that's where we're at as far as this new news from Josh Jacobs. He has been charged today with 2 misdemeanors. And we're focusing more on the football side of it because, Molly, as you kind of hinted that, there was already speculation there was going to be punishment from the NFL on Josh Jacobs. Now that he's formally charged and there's a video, and look, I have some magic beans to sell you if you believe that the NFL won't get their hands on that video.
Right.
So they're going to see that video, and they're going to be able to fully address this situation. So I don't know what that will mean.
Yeah.
But what we do know is the Packers have, how many carries does Chris Brooks have in the NFL? I feel like the Packers have less than 100 NFL carries in their backfield right now. With Marshawn Lloyd having 0, Chris Brooks, I don't know what his number is.
He has 82 career carries across 3 seasons with the Dolphins and the Packers.
So I feel like the Packers, and we're making it about football because we're just not.
That's all we can talk about.
Yeah, we're not positioned to talk about the rest. I don't want to seem insensitive. But what do the Packers do here? Because and what are the Packers' expectations? Because I'm going to say this. I don't know if the Packers can make the playoffs missing both Micah Parsons and Josh Jacobs for, let's say, a guaranteed 6 games.
Oh, and let's not forget the Tucker Kraft stuff still isn't done. So depending on when that gets done,
right?
Are you without him too?
And he's been self-admitted on a pitch count, so he's not going to be full go, being able to play all the snaps. They're going to have to be somewhat judicious with his playing time.
Yeah, it's definitely concerning. Honestly, let's pull up what their schedule looks like. So we've talked about how Micah Parsons could potentially miss the first 6 weeks, right?
Yep.
Because that would be up until the Cowboys game.
Here's the information I have here from Adam Schefter. Under the NFL's, and I can send this to Riley, we can play it later, but under the NFL's CBA, the minimum suspension for any domestic abuse is 6 games. If any of these charges are proven to be true, Jacobs is looking at a lengthy suspension. Jacobs was just charged with misdemeanor battery and criminal damage to property. And it does not mean just charged. It was saying that he was charged with those things.
So if you think about the 6 games that they're going to be without Micah Parsons, that's against the Vikings, Jets, Falcons, Buccaneers, Bears, and then Cowboys is when he's supposed to be back. So, I mean, there's definitely some winnable games in there you would think and you would hope, most notably the Jets and the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the other three competitors in the Vikings, Buccaneers, and the Bears, those are going to be tough games. And if you lose
divisional games,
if you lose divisional
games,
if you lose against the Buccaneers, like, it doesn't make you feel good. This whole situation should make you feel pretty bad. And just honestly, the way that the Packers have kind of handled it, we heard Brian Gutekunst in the last segment where basically they've done, I mean, he felt confident in what they've done, which to me, what they've done is bubkiss. You haven't done anything in terms of protecting yourself against what could potentially happen with Josh Jacobs and how many weeks he could be without. So I don't feel great heading into these. It's crazy how much better you felt about this, I don't know, when the schedule came out in March or April, whenever it was. Like,
right.
And now it's kind of just taken a complete 180 in my mind because we don't know.
Unquestionably, they're missing 2 of their top 5 players, with 2 of their other top 5 players coming in off of ending their last season with severe injuries.
And who you're talking, Micah Parsons,
and
Josh
Zebak.
Jacobs, Zebak, and then Tucker Kraft.
Yes.
Yep.
So
doesn't feel great.
And the Packers, we kicked this around many times, are arguably in the toughest division in football.
Yes.
And if they want to, as Riley has set the standard for, NFC Championship game or bust, winning the division is the best way to get to the NFC Championship game. And even if you're hitting on all cylinders as it goes along, you still might not be able to win the division when you're starting the season possibly without 2 of your top 5 players on the field for a bare minimum of 6 games. It doesn't mean Micah Parsons won't get dinged. It doesn't mean Micah Parsons won't need to be revved up just like Tucker Kraft at the beginning as well. So you might not get a full Micah Parsons till week 10 where his governor is off. Tucker Kraft might be week 5 or 6 when his governor's off. And then Josh Jacobs, if it is only 6 games, I still don't think he's hitting the ground with a full pitch count, even if he's obviously not hurt, but it might be a game or 2 before you're using him. And that's assuming health for Lloyd and Brooks.
Yep.
So I am very curious what the Packers will do. I'm also curious what they knew. Because
I would assume that I guess we can't assume things, but I would assume that they're a lot more informed than the general public is.
Right. If I knew all this, and I'm the Packers, I don't feel great about having something set up where you're like, we're just going to roll with Lloyd and Brooks. Because if you know the video exists and you know that something is possible,
yep,
I'd want to cover my ass more.
Absolutely, and that's why Brian Gutekunst not even responds because we haven't heard what he has to say about this since it happened. But him talking about it yesterday, his response doesn't make me feel good about where this team is. It doesn't make me feel good about the running game. Yeah, am I excited for Marshawn Lloyd? Of course I am. To see him finally in preseason and look decent. I'm not saying he's going to be great by any means, but like you look competent. You look like you're a big body that can break tackles, which is exciting. Again,
you got a ton of talent.
Something we haven't even talked about today in terms of the running game, offensive line.
Right.
We still don't know what that looks like. It sounds like guys are still kind of being shuffled around. That's a key piece of everything, too, in the success that this offense could have. So there's definitely just a lot more up in the air now, and it's not a great place to be and not great feelings to have when you're literally done with training camp. You are done with training camp, and they have their last preseason game tomorrow.
Yeah, you're done with training camp, and you now have more questions leaving training camp than you had going into training camp.
Right.
844-770-3776. That's Carbon Stock text line. List is more. I want to ask you, do you feel worse about the Packers' playoff chances with this latest Josh Jacobs news?
Guys, just wanted to let you know from Packers reporter Rob Domofsky of ESPN.com, the Packers have released a statement. It is as follows. We are aware of the charges brought against Josh Jacobs. We will continue to cooperate with the NFL as we work through the process. We will have no further comment at this time. That is the official word from the Green Bay Packers.
Doesn't tell us anything. When does Riley? I feel like you might be the person that would know this. When does Brian Gutekunst speak with the media next? He obviously spoke yesterday, but
he has to come out and talk.
I believe he's been speaking roughly every week and a half. I would assume this could expedite that timeline, though, between
when I see Jason
yesterday and the next time he speaks.
Yeah, because again, and I sent it to you on our ESPN Madison. We're just going to produce over the air on the ESPN Madison Twitter account, the Schefter audio, because it's a minimum of 6 games. And he says if the charges are validated, it could be longer. And if there's a video and they charged him,
it's going to validate things pretty easily.
It's going to validate things.
Yeah.
And honestly, part of me wonders, like, how the Packers are going to want to, as you talked about, deal with this after the fact. Molly, you asked, what do you do? Could they cut him? If it's longer, if it's really long, maybe. And I don't want to speculate on what it'll be, but when you have Adam Schefter saying it could be a minimum of 6 games, if not longer, because that's the baseline for the NFL, that's significant, and that could disrupt the Packers' playoff chances. Not that, I want to make light of anything else, but Brendan in Tulsa's on the line, 844-770-3776. That's Carbos Talk text line. List is more. Brendan, I'm going to your neck of woods in November. Not quite there. I'm going to be in Oklahoma City, but you'll have to tell me some good spots to go to.
Oh, man, yeah, dude. You coming to see an OKC Thunder game or what?
Yeah, it'll be the Cavs game, and I'm visiting some advertising partners down there too. So.
Oh, nice. That's a win. Should have a good time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Good deal. Yeah, I mean, I was just calling because I just saw that news on Josh Jacobs. And before I get to my question, this really just makes me even more irritated that they're not taking care of Tucker Kraft. Like, you talk about a guy that does everything right on and off the field. Like, if I'm Tucker's agent, I'm calling him saying, I know you needed Tucker to start week one anyway. Are you really going to push us out further? Take care of this dude because you need him now more than ever. And I really do think that this might be something that spurs that to move along quicker. But I was calling because I wanted to ask you guys, we talk about who is Jordan Love all the time. And I remember last year when Parsons went down, I think I called into Willie and Tausch, and I was like, why is everybody freaking out? Jordan is not only healthy, but he's playing pretty well. Our starting quarterback is playing good. He's healthy, but everybody acts like the season's over, right? Well, going into week one this year, now we might be without our starting running back, our starting, edge rusher, our tight end. Who knows? If his contract's not settled, Tucker might play hardball, and he might not be available. This is absolutely Jordan's time to shine and say, I know it's not 2016 like it was with Rodgers when he said, I think we can win out and go to the playoffs, and Aaron tossed the team on his back. But this is Jordan's, I think, opportunity to toss the team on his back in his own way and say, yeah, we're not going to be a full strength starting week one, but guess what? I'm here. I'm planting my flag. This is my team. And gosh darn it, I'm going to make sure we win every stinking game until our running back situation's figured out, until our tight end is taken care of and back, until Micah Parsons is back. And if Jordan can't do that, that might just answer the question of who he is. We all love Jordan as a locker room guy, but if Jordan can't take this team to a winning record in the first 6-8 games before the team is at its full strength, then that might just answer the question, in my mind at least, of who this guy is, which is good guy, good quarterback, not a killer. And I'm just curious if you guys also think that.
Brendan, thanks for the call. Gosh darn it, Molly. We've got 4 days. 4 days.
4 days without talking about Jordan Love.
And you know what, Brendan Tulsa, we can't ignore his question.
But you know what? Maybe we can because, one, if you guys haven't seen, the Packers signed a tight end today. I don't know if this was to deflect the information that was potentially coming out later.
You know what would deflect it more? If I'm Tucker Kraft's agent to what Brandon said? No.
Signing Tucker Kraft?
I'm
for sure.
Hey, man,
hey, let's get this deal done today. Let's just sweep all this under the rug.
Right.
No, all jokes aside, the Packers did sign Jonnu Smith from the Steelers. So that happened today. But it is interesting because when I was thinking of the Josh Jacobs situation too, I was thinking about Tucker Kraft too, because there was obviously the comments that Tucker Kraft made yesterday where he didn't say anything, but he said a lot. And I know that we want to listen to that later on in the show. But yeah, I think that Brandon Tulsa is absolutely correct. Like with these different things that are mounting on, let's say, Jordan Love's shoulders. Yeah, that is going to show a lot of who Jordan Love is, and if he can look good in these first few weeks, and I don't think he needs to carry the team to victories, but like every time that the offense is out on the field, if he's making plays and they're moving the ball down the field, they're scoring, that's just going to boost Jordan Love for sure.
Yeah, I do think it comes down to this, and it's the old Al Davis, but just win.
Yep.
If he wins, I don't care how you win.
Right.
If they win and they're in good position, they win the division, and the storyline is they didn't have Micah Parsons for 6 games, they didn't have Josh Jacobs for 6 games, all these other players are coming off injury, and they win the division, the victor goes to spoils. And we saw that last year. Why is Caleb being talked about a ton? Because they won, and they won in the playoffs. If Jordan Love does the same, forget the stats. The stats will be good enough. If you win, that's what people are going to talk about.
And I will say, just going back to one of the first points that Brandon Tulsa was saying, how it was like, I don't understand why last year people were freaking out when Micah Parsons went out. You had Jordan Love. Because the rest of the defense sucked. And that is honestly, I feel a little bit better about the defense right now where it's kind of constructed and what we've seen out of like Lucas Van Ness and throwing dudes to the ground and stuff. So it's like I'm excited. But also, Micah Parsons carried this team last year, specifically on the defensive side of the ball.
Absolutely. All right, give me a number here because I get to give away a case
10,
of highlight.
Jordan Love.
Caller number 10. Now we're really just breaking the rules here. Caller number 10.
What do you mean we're breaking the rules here?
No talking about Jordan Love. No.
Oh, yeah, duh. While we're talking about him, this only counts as one time.
Caller number 10, 844-77. It's like OSHA. We have to restart the clock. 844-770-3776. That's the Cardinals talk and text line. Go ahead. Caller number 10, 844-770-3776. You win a case of High Life, 844-770-3776. Caller number 10 gets a case of High Life.
Thirsty Thursday on Molly and Jim is brought to you by Dancing Goat Distillery in Cambridge, Wisconsin. Craft cocktails, tours, and a gin academy where guests craft their own bottle of gin. Book your experience today at dancinggoat.com.
Thirsty Thursday on Molly and Jim is brought to you by Dancing Goat Distillery in Cambridge, Wisconsin. Whether you're stopping in for a craft cocktail, booking a behind-the-scenes tour, or signing up for their one-of-a-kind gin-making experience, Dancing Goat is worth the trip. Their tasting room features a craft cocktail menu, seasonal events, and spirits made with a whole lot of Wisconsin pride. Cheers! Plan your visit to Dancing Goat Distillery in Cambridge and learn more at dancinggoat.com. That's dancinggoat.com.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited with my brother and business partner, Aaron Brown.
Siding Unlimited has grown into Wisconsin's best local remodeling company and proven by our long list of awards, highlighted by our 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year Award.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Dad, what do you do at work?
I help people protect what matters most. Hi, this is Jeffrey Beckman, owner at J&K Security Solutions. That's the mission behind J&K Security Solutions. Whether it's advanced surveillance, fire alarms, access control, or video monitoring, J&K helps businesses and families throughout southern Wisconsin stay secure.
Sounds pretty important.
It is. Visit jksecurity.com to learn more.
J&K Security Solutions, protecting what matters most in your life.
Experience the future of recovery at Carbon World Health. They've brought Escape Robotic Massage to Madison, the world's first AI-powered, fully automated therapeutic massage that's customized to your body every time. Using advanced body scanning, Escape maps your muscles and delivers precision-calibrated pressure to release tension, reduce inflammation, and accelerate recovery. Book your Escape session at Carbon World Health and feel what the future of wellness really feels like. Carbon World Health, your body optimized.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. When it's game time, you need a good playbook, especially in the kitchen.
Because when a crowd wants wings, fresh pizza, and mouthwatering sliders, you better have options in your kitchen.
With Frigidaire range, you get over 15 cooking modes, including stone-baked pizza, air fry, and air sous vide. Your game time MVP combo built right into your oven. Available at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Ben Brust here for Zimbrick European, and the summer of Audi is in full swing at Audi Madison. As always, at Audi Madison, they're going to help make leasing affordable for your next car. Lease the all-new 2026 Audi Q3 Quattro for $499 a month for 36 months. Offers only available until August 31st. Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline at Rimrock Road.
The High Life Dive Bar giveaway on Molly and Jim is brought to you by Miller High Life. Celebrate local dives with a champagne of beers. Miller High Life.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming in Madison. That's where you can be a winner. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming in Madison. The best payouts and highest percentage of wins in the area. So go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. It is a Thirsty Thursday here on Molly and Jim. And you can go check out the Dancing Goat Distillery out in Cambridge, whether it's the Gin Academy. Hopefully Molly and I will get out there and make some Molly and Gin. Also, they have the bourbon. You can see the Rick House. You can get bourbon tours. You can have some bourbon tastings out there. So many great things at the Dancing Goat Distillery in Cambridge. It is a Thirsty Thursday.
We do have a couple texts rolling in on the Carl Bossack text line 844-770-3776. Mailman Jeff in McFarland says, I may be wrong, and I am just a mailman, but to let Jordan Love cook, don't you need a semblance of a running game? Also, an offensive line that can protect him would be very nice. Just my thoughts. Meanwhile, Robin Madison said James Pierce Jr., that's the name that I was trying to think of earlier, got an 8-game suspension, and his charges were far worse than Jacobs. And then Mitch and Stoughton said, well said, Brandon, referring to Brandon and Tulsa, who called in last segment. Meanwhile, Wendy on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, remember you can always go stream us over there, says primetime Rorsheim as a fill-in running back. I think it's because we say primetime Wollersheim, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so maybe he thinks that it's Rorsheim.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yes. I like it. Whatever it is. 844-770-3776. Let's call us. Text line list is more. I do want to ask a side of the poll question. Like, with this latest Josh Jacobs news, does it make you worried about the Packers' playoff chances? And I think the answer is yes, because if he was injured and missed significant time, you'd be worried about it. And, yes, we don't know for sure what the suspension will be, but I believe Riley has the audio now from Adam Schefter, and we can play this, and we'll hear we don't have to speculate. Here's what Adam Schefter had to say.
Under the collective bargaining agreement, the baseline suspension for any domestic violence offense is a minimum of 6 games. 6 games. So if any of these charges are proven to be true, Josh Jacobs is looking at a lengthy suspension.
Not great.
Yeah.
Not great. Doesn't make you feel good.
No, and this would fall under, and I don't know how the police break things out, but these misdemeanor charges would fall under domestic violence. It's literally in his home against his partner. His domestic partner in his domicile, it would fall under that purview. So I don't know how the police charge thing up, but it is unquestionably a domestic partner in a domicile. So what that means and what the NFL will do to Josh Jacobs is still up in the air, but I still think significant time is on the table. And I think when you look at the brass tax football side of things, Josh Jacobs, maybe, likely. Micah Parsons definitely out for 6 games, at a minimum for Micah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're looking at Tucker Kraft coming back from injury. He's on a pitch count. He's talked about it. And
you're hoping he's back for week 1, but who knows how that contract shakes out.
And I'm assuming that Zebak will be on not quite a pitch count, but he's not going to be 100%.
Right.
Like you're working back from a pretty significant injury. There's mental and physical hurdles you're going to have to clear, let alone anyone else who might be working back from injury. So, and then other players are going to get injured. You talked about last year that Josh Jacobs missed 4 games. Well, now it's a minimum, whatever his suspension is.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons is missing a minimum, likely, of 6 games. So that doesn't include that there could be times they're nicked and missed time.
Yep.
Injuries could just fall out the wrong window. How about a scenario where these guys come back and then someone else gets injured?
Yep.
And it's not even for the full period of time. It's just the bad timing.
Yep.
Like these guys, someone's out. These guys are out 6 weeks. They get back. You got someone, and all of a sudden other key players are out for 6 weeks. That could be your season. And especially Riley had put the NFC Championship game in his sights as his bare minimum, I believe, his expectation for the Packers this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit lower than what he had for the Badgers there, Molly.
National championship.
Come on.
Get that natty.
But when you look at it, winning the division makes it easier, and then missing players. We already talked about it. Missing Micah Parsons made it harder. Now missing another, possibly, likely, of your top 5 players really puts a kick in the shins to their plans to win the division.
Yeah, no, it's not a good situation to be in. It's the end of training camp. You have your last preseason game tomorrow. I think we said it earlier, but it feels like we have a lot more questions now than we did at the start of training camp. I think a lot of things got answered. But now these are big questions. It's big questions of how many games is Josh Jacobs going to miss? How many games could Tucker Kraft potentially miss if things aren't in the right spot that they are, which it doesn't seem like they are.
That's a doomsday scenario that I don't think is impossible that Tucker Kraft might pull a Sterling Sharp and say, I'm not playing.
Right, and if we want Jordan Love to be the quarterback that we think he is, those are key components around him that might be missing for the first few weeks. Who knows what's going to happen.
And I agree, since we've already blown past today, we get penalized for it. We talk a little bit Jordan Love here. I agree with Brandon in Tulsa that if Jordan Love is who you think he is, he should be able to carry this team.
Right.
But also, I guarantee the Rams and the Bengals, obviously with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, they still want to make their life as easy as possible for the quarterback, because realistically, when you have a quarterback like that, it's about being as explosive and dynamic as possible, not getting by. And so even if Jordan Love can be into that other tier, when you continue to pull weapons away or make his life harder, then it's more about surviving instead of excelling. And the Bengals are trying to figure out a way to excel when they have Chase and Higgins, but he's been more surviving because he doesn't have an offensive line.
Yep.
But then you look at Stafford, he's been excelling with Devontae, Puka, and they've been able to find a semblance of a running game to keep everything on balance. So this is the thing that Brandon Tulsa is right. If Jordan Love is that guy, he can keep this team afloat. But again, keeping his team afloat is not the goal for the Packers this year.
Right. Brandon Tulsa on the Carbostalking text line says, Molly, who on your team at Good Karma Sports could you least afford to lose for 6 weeks starting tomorrow? Jim. I'm just kidding. Actually, no, I would. Oh, I'd be floundering if I didn't have you.
There we go.
For 6 weeks, I'm not going to lie. Especially heading into football season, that's a lot. It's a lot. No, it's not an awe. It's just I don't want to feel like I'm. Oh.
You heard it. I'm irreplaceable.
Yeah.
That's what we got
sure,
there. Yes.
Irreplaceable. What's your answer?
Well, now I got to say Molly.
No, you said who could you afford? Could you least afford?
Yes,
oh, yeah.
Yes. That's Molly. I don't want to be hosting shows with other people.
Yeah.
Your point is a valid one, Jim.
It's tricky. It's tricky. Riley, how about you? You produce this show and you host with Jim.
Which parent do you love more, Riley?
I mean, I'm going to go with the third party here and say Big Papa would be the most difficult person
Remember that
to.
term that was used yesterday that we didn't like?
Brown noser?
Yeah.
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 That's you. Can I say that on the radio? I think so. I said it yesterday,
You
so
said
why
it
not
yesterday.
today?
Brown noser?
Okay.
I think that's fair.
I don't like it, though.
That you're a brown noser?
No, that's incorrect, but I think
this
the
is
term
the guy, Molly,
is
to pull back the curtain
What?
We did a thing internally. When was that? Was that Tuesday? Wednesday?
I don't know. This week is weird.
Sometime this week, we did a thing internally. All I know is I've eaten like 6 salads with buffalo chicken in them. Like that's all I've had this entire week. Like every day is some sort of variation of a buffalo chicken salad.
You trying to get that one diarrhea disease?
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
perfect.
Yes.
I feel like I got 15 pounds to lose. Come on.
Yeah, right,
all I need is
exactly.
diarrhea for like a
Right.
week. And I'm good.
Yeah, it's the Taco Bell diet you talked about before. I know. I had to ask Google the other day. I'm like, can I eat salads? And they're like, yeah, most of that stuff would be expired or gone by now. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's good. So it's just new stuff coming. Who knows? It's a little roulette. You got to live a little.
Yeah,
like,
perfect.
What stomach ailment will I have next? But we were at a internal thing, and we're talking about something we're excited about for the football season. You and I both, Molly, said the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes,
correct.
we said we're excited for football season. We're excited to be doing the show.
Yep.
Matt LePay, Morlane Grindle, Tauscher, Wilde, the whole thing.
Lots of exciting stuff coming
Exactly. And I host a show with Riley, as we talked about before, The Jump Around, which aired earlier today. We had Jim Polzine on. You can see it on
Great
ESPN
show.
Madison and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube stream.
Some say their favorite show.
Right. And it's not, though, apparently, because, Riley, when you were asked what you were looking forward to, what did you say?
I said I am most looking forward to the Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show. That's coming up once the Badgers football season starts, because I just love the fan interaction, getting to be around Badgers football every single Saturday. It's awesome. It's not a knock on.
No, you said it was your favorite show to host. You said it was your favorite show to host. Newsflash, you host a show with this dude.
Yeah, and the jump around is awesome. I love the jump around too. It has nothing to do with my co-host. It has everything to do with the structure of the show. If Jim was my co-host for Wisconsin College Game Day postgame, it would still be my favorite show to host.
But it's not.
No, but it's
Who
not.
are you hosting it with this year? Do you know?
A rotating
If you say
cast
Jesse
of characters.
Nelson, I am kicking
I think
you
Jesse's
off
on
this
the show.
Jesse is one of the rotating members. I don't think he will not be the main co-host. I think Kyle Wallace actually will be my co-host for most.
Oh, okay, that'll be fun.
For
Lot of
I think
energy there.
at least 4 of the
that's fun,
games
yeah.
this season, so that'll be a good time. I know Stroph's in the mix. Tony Cartagena, he's in the mix as well,
Okay.
and Jesse. I know.
It's like an ESPN Madison reunion.
Yeah, it'll be
kind of jealous.
I know, right?
a whole cast of characters will be helping me out with Wisconsin College Game Day this year.
I'm not gonna speak for Molly, but whatever day Jesse's there, maybe we can do a Molly and Jim post game instead. Because we don't want Jesse on the air talking Badgers.
Just jump in.
The guy with the softest Badger takes of all time.
I'm not saying they're going to beat USC, but they could potentially maybe beat USC.
If the clock strikes midnight at the I don't even know.
All right, we'll continue this conversation on the other side. It's Molly and Jim.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim.
Trying to go to
I'm
sleep.
tossing and turning Tucker Kraft. Russ Ball.
Cold sweats.
Goody!
Wake up in the middle of the night.
What are you doing?
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by The Jump Around. Don't miss new episodes of this exclusive digital show talking all things Wisconsin sports. New episodes debut Thursdays at 12:30, streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. The Barry Alvarez Show is back. The Don debuted for the 2026 season Monday night, and he's a believer in the Badgers offense.
We were good on defense last year. So if you just go through the natural progression, you should be better. And I like what I've seen on our offense. I like our offensive line. I like the fact that there aren't people running free. I love our quarterbacks and the flexibility they give you. I like this team. I can't wait to watch them play against a team at this level.
At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, premium quality doesn't come at just one price point. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown. And let's be honest, between work, kids, and everything else life throws at me, I'm always looking for a little extra energy. That's why I love ZOA Energy. It's made with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so I get that boost I need without the crash or jitters. Plus, there are tons of great flavors. It's vegan, gluten-free, and even low in sugar, so it fits right into my busy, health-conscious routine. So grab a ZOA Energy, fuel your body, focus your mind, and take on your day like a champ.
Matt Hamilton here, telling you to get ready, Wisconsin. The Sugar River Fire and Smoke Barbecue Festival is bringing the heat to historic Paoli this fall. Presented by renowned pitmaster and TV personality Michelle Wallace and hosted by 7 Acre Dairy Company. Enjoy incredible barbecue from acclaimed pitmasters and local legends, plus live music, barbecue demonstrations, and a whole lot more all weekend long. September 19th and 20th in Paoli, Wisconsin. Get your tickets now at fireandsmokebarbecuefestival.com.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This station has conducted a test of the emergency alert system.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. Before kickoff starts, I like a room that looks ready and plays tough. Fresh paint, strong coverage, and a finish that can handle a full season of Saturday celebrations.
Bare Ultra Interior Paint has an extra durable finish that holds up from game time to the off-season. It covers in fewer coats, goes on smooth, and helps walls stay looking new longer. Game-ready defense with coverage that goes the distance. Bare Ultra, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You're listening to Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
We're at Potawatomi in Milwaukee. It is a Thirsty Thursday presented by Dancing Goat Distillery. We're here for a fantasy football draft, and we're going to start crowdsourcing in a little bit. But, Molly, on your drive over in your awesome Metro Kia K4, were you listening to like a ton of podcasts? Like, do you have what we need for today's fantasy football draft?
Okay, absolutely not. I am not educated when it comes to fantasy football. I can make good guesses, though. But my ride over here was absolutely smooth. It told me that I was getting here late on my Apple CarPlay because I did not expect, like, traffic. Duh. And I also just missed time. But I had an awesome ride over here in my Kia K4 from Metro Kia of Madison. Just got the oil changes done yesterday. They gave me my car wash, little coupons that they give me every time that I go there. I got a fat stack of those in my car. And I absolutely love all my experiences that I've had at Metro Kia of Madison, from the service team to the sales team and everything in between. It has been absolutely great. I've got 2 vehicles from there, our Kia Carnival, our minivan, to fit our entire family, as well as my great gas mileage Kia K4. So if you're in the market for a new or new-to-you vehicle, head over to Metro Kia of Madison.
Oi! All right, so we are here at Potawatomi for the fantasy football draft, and we're going to take a break here. We're going to come back. I want you all to start chiming in on the talk and text line. Molly and I, most likely, I guess if people don't show up, it might change a little bit, but we are likely going to be on the same team, which means we got to pick together, so we need suggestions on how to handle this. We need build in some rules, but also, most importantly, we want to win this thing. So give us some sleepers. Give us some people you think we definitely have to take, because neither one of us are big into fantasy football. And, Molly, I will share this, that the biggest misnomer that anyone has about me is that they assume I love fantasy football because of, like, the job that we have.
Okay.
And I don't hate it, but I can easily take it or leave it. Like, I just don't have a lot of oomph behind fantasy football.
I think it's fun. I think the thing that we're doing tonight here with our ESPN Wisconsin.
It is fun. I'm not saying I don't want to do it. It's
No. I get it. I think it's fun, and it's fun being around people and doing the whole draft thing and all the exciting stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not my thing. Like, I know people that have a bunch of leagues, and I'm sure that you know that too.
Yep.
But honestly, when I'm in anything more than 2 leagues, I'm out.
Right.
So it's like this one is going to be my one this year, and then I'm going to do like the one that I have for like our whole, like we do one with just our families, like the 4 of us, so we all have like stacked teams, which kind of makes it fun too.
Yeah.
So I'm good with those, and beyond that, I'm out. I don't have the attention. I don't have the time. I don't care about fixing my lineup before noon on Sunday.
Right.
So I'm not good at it in terms of like just keeping up with it.
The bigger issue I have is like people then come ask me like, oh, who should I take in my fantasy football team? Like that.
To me, it's like we all know the list of names that you should get, right? Like you should get Jahmyr Gibbs.
Right. I was
I
don't have a sleeper for you. Like at best, I could tell you maybe in a Packer. These are all majority Packer fans, so like you're going to know the same players I will. At best, I could give you maybe a Bears player. You know, because I follow that team more than others. But other than that,
but I feel like we've heard like all the different lists of here's the top like PPR. But I don't even know what the hell points per reception. Now
there you go.
I don't know what that means, but sure.
I don't know. I mean, we're gonna get smoked.
Well, it means you get a point. It means the player gets a point every time he makes a catch.
And that's the biggest thing that I get screwed on all the time is that like no league has the same rules.
Yes, that's
and so like you can't draft like I'll just take the good players. Like no. This is a PPR league, so I got to take Puka Nacua because he catches a bunch of passes.
Right.
And you want the running backs who maybe are utilized more out of the backfield than just pure runners. It's strategy.
Honestly, Molly, if there was a way I could have just ChatGPT do this, like I want to be here and be a part of it and like draft with everyone, but ChatGPT makes the actual picks for us. I think that would do better than anything I'm going to put together.
Hey, you know what? I could have my laptop up. We can be one of those teams.
We can put the rules in there because then we can kind of work on it like that. Because it's not so much that I'm not – like I like the camaraderie and the funness of it. I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. We'll talk about it more on the other side. We need your help, 844-770-3776.
Molly and Jim rolls on after this.
He did so many good things for Packer fans. Banks has done nothing.
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Molly and Jim every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Molly and Jim and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like Chief's Tavern, Ideal Bar, The Wisco, The Rail House, and Remington's Tavern.
This is Badger basketball coach Greg Gard.
Wisconsin wins the Big Ten.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good evening, Madison and streamers everywhere. My name is Riley Yauk, and this is your Sports Center update, brought to you by The Jump Around, a Badgers dedicated show. Tune in every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel as Jim Rutledge and myself talk all things Wisconsin Badgers. The Jump Around, one of my favorite shows, every Thursday at 12:30 on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. An update out of Green Bay as Packers running back Josh Jacobs has been charged with misdemeanors of battery and criminal damage to property, according to Brown County court records. This is 3 months after his arrest in May. Here's Adam Schefter with the latest on how many games Josh Jacobs could miss this season.
Could be similar to how the league suspended Von Miller in the middle of the 2024 season once the investigation was complete. I think him not being charged with a domestic violence felony was a significant issue here because the baseline suspension for domestic violence in the CBA is 6 games. Von Miller got 4 games for being accused of a domestic incident.
The Brewers also play the Mets tonight. First pitch, 6:10. Jacob Mizorowski on the bump for the Crew.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Jim Rutledge.
I'm sorry, you are not serious about winning football games and winning a Super Bowl and going deep into the playoffs if you don't have a kicker.
Molly Brown.
You should be going further than getting a 7 seed and not winning a playoff game. That is a fact. You should be getting further with this team that you have.
Welcome to Wisconsin's afternoon hangout.
BS say that Jordan Love's the 10th best quarterback
I'm not
in the
feeding
league?
into you talking about something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It does have something to do
Go
with
for it.
best quarterback.
But I literally agreed with you.
defensive player,
Okay, but here's the thing.
thing. I agreed with you saying that Jordan Love is the one holding them back.
Yes.
Move on.
All right. So.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
You're feisty today. All
No,
right.
I'm just telling you.
This is Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
It's good to hear you're still a positive person after working with Jim for as long as you have.
Alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Welcome back to Molly and Jim. We are presented by Coors Light. So the mountains are always blue, and sometimes we are chill. It is a Thirsty Thursday. We are at Potawatomi. Thirsty Thursday brought to you by Dancing Goat Distillery. What are those noises? Because I do not care for them, Molly. It is very loud.
Here.
Okay, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That I understand.
Check one,
I heard
two, baby.
loud pops, and I was getting concerned
scared.
what was happening here at Potawatomi. But we are here with, obviously it's a Thirsty Thursday presented by Dancing Goat Distillery.
That sound is more concerning
That
to
is
me.
absolutely
Even
terrible.
I can hear it. Yikes.
Yeah. Well, putting two mics next to each other, just a pro tip in case people didn't know,
Yeah.
does
Not a great idea.
really work out very well.
That's
So
okay.
So sorry to everyone listening if they heard that sound. But anyways, Dancing Goat Distillery, you're not going to hear that there. Like, you go there, you're going to hear some good music. You can maybe do a gin academy. You could do a bourbon tour, bourbon tasting. So many great things over at Dancing Goat Distillery. And, of course, you can also go there and try their spirits anywhere fine liquor is sold. So, Molly, we're here for fantasy football. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. I want people chiming in on the YouTube, or you can call in 844-770-3776. Carbus Talking text line. List is more. We need some parameters for today, Molly.
Okay.
So we are picking together. I guess we are picking for the team.
Unless somebody doesn't show up.
Unless
but I
somebody doesn't
believe
show
all
up.
of our people have confirmed to show up.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing everyone who joined up.
But we are
Honestly,
on a
I was
team,
out the
essentially.
week, so this is all kind of blind to me. I don't know who's
Yeah, you're
coming.
welcome. I was the big draw for getting people here. So.
Obviously, that's why the show's called Molly and Jim.
Exactly.
So, there's that. So, with this, we need to decide who gets to make the pick. Is it we have to agree? Is there veto power? How does this work?
So I think there's two ways that we could do this. I think we either agree and say let's go with it,
Yep.
or we switch off every round.
Okay.
Because that could be kind of fun.
That could be fun too.
Do you have a preference?
Again, let's crowdsource it. I don't have a major
Okay.
preference. 844-770-3776. Carbon Stock text line. List is more. Should we trade off each rounds or agree on the pick? And then also, initially I had joked that we should put a no Bear, no Packer, but both these offenses are going to be really good. That'd be stupid. We're going to be hurting ourselves.
Yeah, but who on the for the Packers offense? I guess the only one that I would maybe think about is Tucker Kraft.
Yes.
So that'd be my main
but
one.
But if Watson slipped, but again, here in Wisconsin, it's less likely.
Right,
that a
Matthew
Packer-
Miller's going to get picked in the second round probably.
You aren't getting the sneaky late round Packers.
But also I wouldn't not take Jordan Love. It wouldn't be my first quarterback pick, but if it was a run of quarterbacks and he's laying there, I would not take him. So that's one. So the Bears is more likely.
But he's not. Wait, Riley, correct me if I'm wrong. Jordan Love isn't good for PPR leagues.
No, he has not been a great fantasy football quarterback the past 2 seasons.
So we want a Josh Allen, a Lamar Jackson, a Patrick Mahomes. We want
guys
a
who could
Caleb
run.
Williams.
Yeah, guys who
Ugh.
could run too. Yeah.
I'm not picking Caleb Williams though. That's off the table. I don't care. I'm not rooting for him. Just like I would expect you if it was Jordan Love. You're I'm not going to be in a game where I'm rooting for.
So should that be our
him.
set rule?
Anybody else? It's kind of
See,
okay,
this
Colson
is
Loveland.
why-
He's good.
This is why I think you guys should switch off picks, because then you each can draft players that would frustrate the other. And I think that would be fun throughout the season.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. If we
Then
get,
you
let's
can
say we
assign
get.
blame too.
That's
if
true.
You make a
That's
bad
true. I
That
could
is good,
blame you.
Mo. That is good.
So okay, let's do this. Ready?
Yep.
If we have the first overall pick, let's say that. Who are you picking?
Caleb. No, I'm just kidding. If we have the first overall,
You're done. I quit. You're on your own
DeAndre
path.
First
Swift.
overall pick. Right. First overall pick. God, I don't even know. Like, what, McCaffrey would be in the mix probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
It's
Jameer Gibbs.
Is it Jameer Gibbs?
Like, Jameer Gibbs is like the overall favorite.
Like, I literally,
right? Him and Bijan Robinson are like the two
I am
top
not lying.
guys.
We need to, at a bare minimum, use your laptop and, like,
do a mock draft?
And give us a list of players. Like, I literally don't know who. Like, Justin Jefferson I would pick high.
True.
I like taking
Jamar
wide receivers.
Chase. They're not bad to
Puka
take.
Nacua.
Yep.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, honestly, I could see being up there.
Who's the best? Who's, like, for tight end, there's usually, like, one or two that you're like, well, if you get them, it's a huge deal. Like, because there's more now, but there's still probably like 10.
You know, I see Josh DiMaggio here from Jen Cave and Chewy. He is the fantasy football expert, I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh, so hypothetically, if we got the first overall pick in the draft tonight, who should we pick? Thank you. Okay, that's what I said.
Okay, so this...
Jim said Caleb Williams. Isn't that dumb?
I'm kidding.
Okay.
All right, so, yeah, because here, according to our little thing here, it
says Bijan Robinson, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Jameer Gibbs, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jonathan Taylor.
So, do we want to have a little, like, do we try to make it a little bit, like, Wisconsin-y? Like, Taylor's the only guy we can do with pick.
I mean, Luke Fickell. Get some guys in the NFL. Maybe we'll have a conversation.
Right, yeah.
Maybe next year. Right, Riley?
Steelers defense. There you go.
Steelers defense. I actually think I might have got them for, like, my home league. I can't remember, but I think I might have.
So, if you got any tips for us, or, like, do you take a tight end early, take a wide receiver early? Who's the number one tight end list on there? Trey McBride?
Yes.
Okay. See,
Which is not bad, but also the Cardinals stink. We don't know what their quarterback's going to look like.
That's something that I always worry about. It's like,
but Marvin Harrison Jr. stinks, so like he's going to be the guy that gets the ball.
Right,
other
but it's
than
like
Jeremiah
Jacoby
Love.
Brissett and then maybe Carson Beck at some point.
Right.
I never trust that.
But then also like Jeremiah Love, I mean, he's not on this list very high, but I don't know, is that because he has a high ankle sprain? Like I don't know.
I don't think he looked good either. Maybe, and Genty didn't look good this rookie year.
And he also almost like tore his ACL the other day.
But Brock Bowers I like better because like, okay, Fernando Mendoza, we'll just get him the ball. He's a rookie. He's just going to throw the ball to the tight end. So I think
Kirk Cousins is their starter. Kirk Cousins, your favorite quarterback. I think he's their starter.
I mean, Jordan Love wishes he was Kirk Cousins. But there we go. Should take Kirk Cousins there? Yeah. First overall pick. So I don't know. 844-770-3776. Carver Soccer text line list is more. Give us some tips on what we should be doing, whether it is sleepers or where you should be taking players, that sort of stuff. I would really like it. Because honestly, for quarterbacks, I usually just wait till some are taken.
Brandon in Tulsa says, fun idea. Molly has to pick a Bear and Jim has to pick a Packer.
Okay, we could do that.
But who are you picking?
If I'm picking a Packer, obviously Tucker would be my first
pick. I'm picking Colson Loveland. That'd be who I'd pick. Let's see. Phil in Madison says switch back and forth, but Serpentine?
That's the snake
draft? Mode?
Yeah.
But how do we do that? So it'd be, so you just double pick, I double pick, you double pick.
Yeah.
So then it's not the worst if you end up with how many teams? We have 8 teams in our league, correct? So then if you end up with the 8th pick, that's not the worst because then you get back-to-back picks every round. You just have to wait. You have to be really strategic with your back-to-backs.
8 teams? Good Lord, we're going to have a roster full of Pro Bowlers. All right, this is fun.
Pro Bowl doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. But maybe it's a matter of, like, it's just the veto power switches. Because we could just try to make the picks. Like, if we really have I don't think we're going to have a strong opinion, but, like, I don't want this person. But if the veto power, like, if you use it, then
but again, I don't want Caleb Williams because I don't want to be in a situation where I have to root for him.
But
I don't.
How much are you really going to root for him? It's just, you don't have money.
If I get Caleb Williams, I'm not even playing or setting my lineup for this league. Like that's where I'm at.
All right, then maybe we set it like that. Just no Jordan Love, no Caleb Williams.
Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. Yeah. Anybody else, I don't care.
We're not going to hurt our team too bad with that.
Okay, fair.
What are some no-fly players for you, Riley? And also 844-770-3776. Carbostock text line list is more. What are some players that you just won't draft? Whether it's, I'm guessing most of the time it's because of a rivalry.
Right.
I'm on the phone with Carlito at present, so I will get back to you on my undraftable
you gotta think
players.
About it. I mean, see, it's interesting because I always get I am always trying to get Justin Jefferson. Even though he's a Minnesota Viking, I love Justin Jefferson. he's not a hard guy to root for. The only team I don't want him to do good against, if I could speak, is obviously the Packers.
That's right.
So,
I called Barry Alvarez Baby Alvarez today, so on the jump around.
What?
So I called Barry Alvarez Baby Alvarez today.
On purpose?
No.
Oh, I thought you were saying because why are we talking
No,
about
I just was fumbling over some things.
in a bar. Did I do a
and-
good Barry impression, like
good.
Riley?
Go ahead and do it for Barry next time we see him.
Okay. No, absolutely not. I don't think I've
I
ever
sound like Mickey Mouse.
I think you know what's funny is my kid has been making me speak to him like Mickey Mouse. Like he'll literally be like, "Mom, be Mickey," and then I'm like, "Hi, say you want to come inside my clubhouse?" Well, all right. Like that's literally me. Stop. That's what he does.
Yes.
Don't be inappropriate.
I'm not.
What was I gonna say?
Just because you think things. All right, this is Molly and Jim.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim
Girls, girls, girls.
on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
25 years ago, a generational Bucks team made an unforgettable run.
This is the place to be.
Light It Up, narrated by Jim Paschke, is the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and people strategy partner. This is the oral history of the 2000-2001 Milwaukee Bucks and their run to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolute bedlam here at the Bradley Center.
Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts.
My dad says locks and cameras help protect buildings, but security is really about protecting people.
Hi, this is Jeffrey Beckman, owner at J&K Security Solutions. Protecting people is at the heart of everything we do. From fire alarms and surveillance systems to access control and intelligent video monitoring, J&K has helped keep homes and businesses safe across southern Wisconsin since 1987. Visit jksecurity.com.
J&K Security Solutions. Security with a personal touch.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. When it's game time, you need a good playbook, especially in the kitchen. Because when a crowd wants wings, fresh pizza, and mouthwatering sliders, you better have options in your kitchen.
With Frigidaire Range, you get over 15 cooking modes, including stone-baked pizza, air fry, and air sous vide. Your game time MVP combo built right into your oven. Available at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
I love the group. I love the guys we got. We've been together for a couple years now. It's not our first rodeo together.
This is your green and gold fix on 100.5 ESPN.
You're talking about practice situations.
That's the mindset. That's the goal for us, is to be able to go out there and finish.
This green and gold fix is driven by Metro Ford.
The only joint practice of the Packers preseason is in the books. After Wednesday's open practice with the Arizona Cardinals, one of the biggest moments to come out of Wednesday's practice was Tucker Kraft getting knocked to the turf while blocking. When the Packers offense was on the field, Kraft took exception to it, but later said it was no big deal. Kraft, of course, coming off of an ACL tear suffered last November, and said his mindset is just getting back to work.
A big collision, getting an opportunity to just move on from it. Some people might be holding their breaths when they see me do something like that, but that's just my 9 to 5.
Packers' final preseason game is Friday at Lambeau against the Cardinals.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today. Thirsty Thursday on Molly and Jim is brought to you by Dancing Goat Distillery in Cambridge, Wisconsin. Craft cocktails, tours, and a gin academy where guests craft their own bottle of gin. Book your experience today at dancinggoat.com.
I knew that it was going to be a late night. So I was like, okay, I'm going to drink it like on my way to Milwaukee. So we're like 2 o'clock today.
Yeah.
So I have all the energy to get through fantasy football tonight, get through my drive home from fantasy after we leave Pato here. But I absolutely love my Zoa Energy. I need it every single day. It makes me feel so good. I love the lemon lime flavor. So you can head over to ZoaEnergy.com to find where you can pick some up for yourself.
Let me ask you a personal question.
Yes.
Do you have any Zoa in your car?
I don't. I have one on my desk at work, though.
That doesn't mean no good.
No, it doesn't.
Riley, you going to drive it over for me?
I may take a few sips.
Yeah, me too. It's a long drive from Madison to Milwaukee. So get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's the Carbos Talk text line. List is more. And let us know basically any fantasy football tips, any fantasy football rules that you have. Molly, you and I were joking about like taking players. I actually try to lean against taking players on my favorite team unless it's like extreme because otherwise, like you joked about Justin Jefferson, you're predisposed to drafting him too early.
Yep.
And the nice thing for a guy like Jefferson is like how early is too early. Like it just doesn't see unless you took him like first overall.
Yeah.
There's really not a bad place to take Justin Jefferson, even if his quarterbacks are a little bit dicey. But like for me, I don't want to take these guys because Carlito, the Badger Bear, chimed in and said maybe take Trey Smack, but your point was valid with a lot of fantasy football players that if he misses and they lose and you lose your fantasy, you just double mad.
Did you say that Carlito said to pick Trace Mack?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you said who he said to pick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really like picking anybody from my favorite team, right? Because if something goes wrong, so let's say Trace Mack, right? If he misses a kick, which God, let's hope he doesn't.
Yep.
But if he misses a kick, I'm double pissed, right? Because I'm mad that then you probably lost the game for us in some situation, or you're making the game not as close as it should be. And then I'm also mad because now my fantasy team suffers too.
Right.
So for reference, the draft that we just did as a family, like last week, I picked Tucker Kraft because I feel good about him, where I'm like, yeah, you're really not going to make me mad. Like, you're Tucker Kraft, you know? But beyond that, nobody.
So, right, and I get where you're coming from on that because there's also this aspect of, well, if my team loses, what made my fantasy football team? Like, I hate at times where, like, if you're in multiple leagues and then your team loses. Like, I took 4 L's this weekend.
Yep.
I got 3 fantasy football losses and the Bears lost.
Yep.
The hell? I'm in a bad mood on Monday.
Yep.
So, being able to kind of hedge your bets on that works as well. I think last year I ended up taking Rome Odunze late.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, because people were like, why are you not taking TJ Moore? And I was like, you'll see why. Now, Rome had a really great start and he got hurt. But my point was, it was like, all right, now this is too much. Like, I'm looking at the chart, and he's like the guy that's flashing red to take. And so that's kind of my rule with drafting players from the Bears is that, like, it has to be kind of like you're an idiot if you don't take him here kind of thing. Because otherwise I'm going to take a Colson Loveland way too early.
But, I mean, apparently not because he's, what do we say? He's one, I guess he's lower on the tight end list. But still, like maybe like the third round?
Yeah.
Like
well, he's in front of Tucker Kraft on this thing here.
So. He is, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, Tucker Kraft's a more proven player. I'm just saying on here. But, yeah, you get sucked in of, like, when do these runs go? I'm going to be honest.
This one also still has Kyle Pitts as, like, a Falcon. Like, the
I don't even know who
overall.
Harold Fannin Jr. is.
Well, he's with the Browns, that's why.
Right.
Which also, wouldn't pick him.
Yeah, I think that should be a good rule. No players from the Browns.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't even pick, like, their defense with, like, Myles Garrett anymore.
And who the hell is their running back?
Are you asking me a Browns question? I don't know. Let me look it up right now.
I mean, Riley, I feel like you know.
I have no clue. It's not still Nick Chubb, is it?
No, he retired.
He just retired.
Yeah, he just retired? Yeah, I have no idea.
Let's
see.
Junkins. Yeah.
Quinshon
Oh, yeah, Quinshon Judkins, Ohio State guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, there's honestly, what are you going to take? Jerry Jeudy? He drops everything. And then whoever the hell Harold Fannin is.
KC Concepcion? That's a name?
That's a baseball player.
That's crazy. Denzel Boston? Do you think he was named after Denzel Washington? But they were like, oh, our last name is Boston, so we'll just...
Maybe. Let me ask you, Riley, can I ask you a favor real quick?
Yes.
Is Denzel Boston, what's his, where's the Ohio State guy?
It sounds correct. I can quick double check.
I want to know who his father is, because if it's David Boston, I'm going to be very upset. Because David Boston was an Ohio State receiver who is probably old enough to be Denzel Boston's dad.
He's 48 years old. His children, no.
Okay.
Yeah, his dad is Chris Boston.
Okay, I don't know who that. Nobody cares about Chris.
He is not related to former NFL wide receiver David Boston.
Yeah, I just thought, there was a chance because, like, most of these guys, there's a lot of lineage there in the NFL. As we talked about yesterday with the Rasmus, the Kinsley Rasmus, the Little Leaguer.
Oh, yeah.
Where, like, her entire family is in the Baseball Hall of Fame, basically. And then what we talked about this on the jump around, Riley, that
we did.
C.J. Carr, his dad, I think, is Jake Carr, who played some college football, maybe a cup of coffee in the NFL. And then his grandfather is Lloyd Carr, who Molly's not going to know either, former Michigan coach. And he was the guy I would say was Bo Schembechler, then Lloyd Carr. Or Bo Schembechler, Jim Harbaugh, then Lloyd Carr as far as the best coaches in Michigan history. I think he coached Tom Brady.
Yeah. And
you just listed
Eugene
off so many names.
Well, you have Eugene Hilton Jr. on the Badgers, son of T.Y. Hilton, which is insane because I watched T.Y. Hilton. I watched him play in the NFL, which is nuts.
Same, but he also played for what felt like, I think, 20 years.
Yeah,
but also, didn't he try to leave Wisconsin?
He entered the transfer portal, was supposedly getting – there was some information. Indiana apparently was looking at him, LSU, and he came back. Wisconsin got their money up.
Yeah, wrote that check. So I will say,
it only took the threat of leaving to finally cash out the money.
That's how you always know you're wanted.
Well, there are a lot of people who are going to leave probably if they didn't, get the money up.
I'll use this opportunity here because we have Brewers baseball coming up here in a minute. But Molly, Riley, and I had Jim Polzine on, and he brought up a good point as far as the talk about how the Badgers, as we just smoothly transition to the Badgers, have a. There's been a lot of talk about, they're going from like $10 million a year in spending to $30 and maybe tripled their budget.
That's
Jim
the music playing.
Yeah, Jim's not buying that. Not like I'm not talking to third person. Jim Polzine's not buying that.
I was like, Jim?
Not buying it. He said that the Badgers are probably closer to $15 to $20 million last year, just based off of what they got and collected in revenue sharing.
I'll have to watch that back on YouTube.
All right, you can do that. Wish us luck tonight. We'll be back at it. Well, actually, Molly will be back at it tomorrow. Molly and Jim.
Oh, yeah.
Camping.
No two homes are exactly alike, so why would every window and door solution be the same? At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, premium quality doesn't come in just one price